My name is Ann-Christine Fransden. I'm a senior lecturer in accounting in the accounting group at Essex Business School. Today I see accounting as a way to shape how we think and act. And especially I think it's important to look at the different text forms that how accounting is visualized, and not get stuck by the debit and credit. And one thing that's been quite important in my research and the way I look at it is that you usually look at it as numbers, but in fact accounting is also about naming and counting. The working experience that I have, both through being a practical nurse and spending many years in the public transport business, starting out as a bus driver, become a supervisor through internal training, etc., which I then took to the university as a mature student, where I discovered theory and how to theorize what I've been experienced and understand accounting's role in a different way. I think that the way I look at accounting, sort of open it up in a very sort of non-traditional way, opens up a lot of things to discuss, for both practitioners or professionals like nurses, doctors, but also for policy makers. Usually policy makers, and when you introduce a policy, they take a sort of a top-down perspective. But I would say what I'm trying to promote and visualize is how can you understand these dynamics of change in healthcare? I see it from the bottom up. It's actually happening every day, and accounting has a significant role in that. And one other strand of sort of theme that I have is to then try to push the boundaries of understanding accounting as a text, and ask whether we can actually listen to accounting, if that text form can be translated somehow to sounds, and if that would make a difference to our knowledge, the way we can organize things, how we can understand accounting. I'm not saying that we can totally move away from accounting as a text, because today we are in a literal culture, so we can't move away from it. So it's not denying that at all. So that project now has been developed into another one where we say, okay, now if you can listen to accounting, well, maybe you can dance it as well. We have added a person there who's a choreographer. She developed a dance from sort of accounting or finance music, which was then performed by her students at a sort of event, which was filmed and put on YouTube. And I can see that when I explain this project to people, that they sort of assume that it's all about looking at the dance. But it's not. To me, I would actually like to dance it myself, to use my whole body to dance accounting, and ask whether, would you understand it differently? To me, accounting is not only shapes how we think in act, but in fact, when I'm sort of looking into accounting, it also reveals how it is present significantly in our everyday life and work. It's not about the accountants sitting in their offices in the corner somewhere and doing the debit and credit. No, it's actually here, usually in our everyday life and work, and shapes how we think and act. That's the magnitude of it, its power. So that's what I want to also create an awareness in different settings, and not at least the professional settings, whoever you are as a professional, the medical or auditor or manager. I think that's important.